Okay, this is round 5 of the North American Open. I'm totally out of the money now, so I'm playing Footloose and Fancy Free. So let's see what happens here. This ended up being a very long game, and I was playing black. Normally I don't play d5. I'd probably play d6 in this position, but again, I didn't want to get a cramped position. I was just playing Footloose. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try that again. F3, F6, G3, D5, G2, C5, castle. Now, unless you're willing to exchange off this bishop for this knight, you probably shouldn't play this. Probably should just go ahead and feed cello the bishop. But of course, I did not want a cramped position, so I played the bishop out so I could play that pawn up. E5. This makes everything very interesting. Knight takes, pawn takes, knight to E5. Oh, you get forked, so you can't do that. Play back to D5. D5 just... I didn't like it. C4. Thought this was all very interesting. The problem is this pawn being directly across from the king there. I'm still not thinking I'm going to get in trouble, and then boom, it happens. I'm in trouble. So I move the queen up to break the pin. I'm still thinking everything's okay, and that this last move actually helped me with development because now I'm ready to castle. And I do castle, but now the position of the queen causes me problems. I'm thinking that I actually have a move here. I probably should take advantage of it. Play the queen there. Bishop takes, pawn takes. His piece is really not in position to attack any weaknesses in my king's position, and maybe I can grab the initiative. But because I reacted to the weakened pawn structure, I really don't get a chance to move on any initiative. Taking advantage of the pin on this pawn. I want to get out of the pin, so I moved to C1, which wasn't, I'm sorry, to C7. I should have just went ahead and moved to B7, put pressure on his pawn. By moving to C7, I get more pressure, because pawn takes, knight takes. His rook is on my queen. Move over again. Now he has just gotten 2 developing moves, and I've just shifted my queen. So that's not very good. I don't have time to take here because he's on my bishop. So I capture pawn. He captures my knight. He was thinking that I was going to take back with the bishop. went ahead and gave my king the weaknesses because it's going to be hard to take advantage of that. Just a lone queen. I didn't especially like this because my queen seems to be exposed and his queen, even though it's active, appears to be very safe. With that move, I did not anticipate his d6 square. Looks to be very strong for him. Maybe I should have taken the knight off right now, because I'm going to lose this pawn anyway, but I want to get this pawn for this one. Otherwise that pass pawn is going to look very dangerous. Whenever you get an opportunity to put your rook on the 7th rank, it's usually a good idea. I believe I defended the bishop there. Then I defended the bishop. So now queens are off the board. Attack is highly unlikely, but they do have this weakened pawn. Have this weak pawn, have that weak pawn. So we have 3 weak pawns versus really 1, because this is so far advanced. It's causing me troubles. Now the pawn situation 3, 4, 5, 5 versus 5, and this pawn is pretty advanced. Now I'm moving, trying to get my king into a more active square. Now I think this is good. I get rid of this pawn, but now I have another outside pawn. So this is an interesting point in the game. We've played 30 moves. You'll notice all black pawns are on white squares. White has a white bishop. Usually, with bishops of opposite color, you want your pawns positioned on the opposite color of your opponent's piece. So having all my pawns on white squares could present a problem. I thought that was good for me because I get an extra move moving the king into the center. Okay, another, just in basic endgame principles, I'm keeping my pawns on white squares, which doesn't seem to be a good idea. Okay, there were some annotating mistakes here. I think king probably played to f3. This king probably played to h3. Probably played to e5. h6. e4. I'm not sure about these moves. I apparently missed a couple moves. Okay, this pawn is already here. Okay, somehow these two pawns get doubled at some point. That's why there's no capture here. That king must be back here. Plays b7. Stops the pawn. Play king e4. Well, the last tail end of that game wasn't quite exact, but it'll suffice to say it ended in a draw.